Shalom everyone and welcome to Grafted into Yahuah. This is Kobe and I wanted to do a video on lust. I think it's a real problem that people deal with. A lot of people deal with. I've dealt with it, and sometimes the enemy still tries to bring it into me so that I walk in the flesh and not the ruach. Got to be humble and honest. Can't be proud. I mean, if it's an attack from the enemy, rebuke it. But to try to act like it doesn't exist, that the enemy tries to put that in you, it's Ephesians 6:12. We all deal with it. But what we choose to do, rebuking it, we have a choice. We don't have to walk in the flesh. Now, lust can be in several different things. Lust for that hit when you're smoking. Lust for that hit when you vape. Smoking in all aspects. Drugs, anything. Lust for food, gluttony, the lust for attention from others, self-seeking motives, the lust for sometimes when people are depressed, they lust to feel worse. Like when you're not feeling good, but sometimes like the type of music you listen to where it's like sad music, but you like that, you like when people talk about death, well then you're lusting for negativity. You're lusting to be in a negative headspace. You're lusting to feel sad. The lust for self-pity, the lust for being respected, that you have pride, and then that you're trying to, show how tough you are and how much you don't care in a tough way to make people respect you because you're so nonchalant about caring about things. Then you're lusting for respect and appreciation, the lust for love, that you're willing to, rush into relationships, the lust for marriage, that you're rushing into a relationship when Yahusha says that if you cannot take care of your own family and your own household, you're worse than an unbeliever. You're rushing and you ain't even have any funds to take care of them or yourself, but you're rushing because you're lusting for love. Then you're lusting and you're not even going to be able to do what Yahusha's called you to do in a marriage. And then he says you're worse than an unbeliever. We can't please Yahusha without emunah. We can't please him without belief. So if you don't have belief because you just rushed, Yahusha says don't act with haste. Then you're just setting yourself up for bad stuff. And then, the lust for rushing. You don't ever have patience. That's why Yahusha says so many verses about being patient and not acting with haste. The lust to be famous, the lust for money. It doesn't say money is the root of evil. I'm sure Yahusha knows because he was a carpenter. He worked. People work. If it said, there's another verse saying if you don't work, you don't eat. But the love for money is the root of evil. That means, what are you willing to do for money? Are you willing to break the Shabbat and work? Are you willing to sell a human for money? Are you willing to do something very bad for money, sell drugs for money because you don't have any money, you don't have any way of eating, you don't have any way of paying for something, so what are you going to do? That's my puppy. Break the law. Yahushua said follow the laws of the land. What are you going to do? Break the law for it? That's what I mean. That's what I'm interpreting from the scripture, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it means, I think, when it says for the love of money, loving it and doing evil things for it is the root of all evil. So we got to be very watchful of lust because it tries to creep under the rug when you think that you're doing the scripture. Then, it tries to creep under, because you think that you've been doing this for so long that you can never be wrong about anything. I got to be humble and put it all to Yahusha. And I got to know that Yahusha is the reason that I'm here and that I'm not perfect. And I have to still check myself every day and be watchful because the enemy likes to come under the rug and be like, oh, no. This ain't really that. But it says walk in the ruach and you will not accomplish the lust of the flesh. So you have to walk 100% in the ruach so you won't accomplish the lust of the flesh. You got to starve the flesh, starve Hasatan, and strengthen the ruach. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope everyone's doing well on this special day, and shalom. Bye.